Hello everyone. This is a weird time to live in. I'm standing here close to this house. It's my parents' house and I feel like a criminal. I can't go inside. I live nearly next door to my parents, so me and my wife and my kids, I used to see them all the time, but we can't. It's weird. So it kind of feels like I'm in prison, and it feels like it's a criminal activity, just taking a small walk outside, because I hope that I meet nobody, because I'm not supposed to meet anyone. Um, but yeah, it's snowing outside, and I love snow. Everything seems to quiet down, and it's just beautiful. So I needed a walk outside, and it's actually possible here to walk outside without meeting anyone, because I don't live in a big city. Yeah, so I'm just enjoying that. And we still have coronavirus. My daughter is having some bad stomach ache. I don't really know if it's corona or not, because she has been positive as long as we have, but I know that kids react a bit different, and yeah, who knows, we'll see. We just take one day at a time. I feel better, as it still hurts in my lungs, but not that bad, and my wife is better too, so yeah, I guess it's alright. Oops, spider web. But I was just thinking about, how do we deal with this pandemic in our minds? I try to actually nearly don't read any news at all, or don't look at any news in the TV at all. I do that generally because I don't like the negativity that's often represented in news. I try reading positive news instead. Of course I have to deal with the negative reality that also exists, but I don't do it very often. In this corona time, I've mainly been seeing the broadcast from in Danish we call it statsminister, prime minister, or whatever you want to call it, the head person in the country, because she is talking every now and then, making new restrictions. Now we can only see 5 people in Denmark at a time. That's the newest restriction, so it's pretty strict, but that doesn't really matter when you're in quarantine, right? So yesterday I posted part 4 of this small video documentary, and there was a person who was comforted by my video, because she has coronavirus herself. And that's of course very nice that I'm able to comfort someone. But then again, some guy said that we shouldn't be that scared of coronavirus. And that's pretty interesting, because why are someone scared? And why are some not? That made me think a bit. Maybe it has something to do with self-esteem and health. And maybe it has something to do with social media and news as well. Because it's a pretty weird time. I feel it's pretty weird time that information just comes from wherever, and you have no idea of whether it's true or not. Was it just some algorithm putting different news in your way? So what can you actually trust, and what can you not trust? I don't have the answers, but it's just interesting questions. For me, I just use this as another what could you say, time to practice the ability to surrender in the situation. Because I could be feared, or I could be scared, but what would that actually help me with what I'm feeling? I just have to be in what I'm feeling. So it's better just to accept it. And yeah, I like to use the word surrender, because that means a lot to me. But just be with it. Can't really do that much if it's gonna get worse or not. You can eat healthy and you can do exercises and like I'm trying breathing exercises, but you don't really know if it's gonna help you all the way or not. But you have to stay calm in your mind and positive. Otherwise, it's not really that nice to to live. So I try just to surrender and relax, and that makes me able to enjoy some things as well. It's because that's why I'm outside as well. So yeah, that would just be small advice. Try not to take everything too hard. It might not be that hard. It might just be as light as snow. Who knows? And you know that you say a picture says more than 1,000 words. Well, when I was recording this video, apparently meanwhile my daughter was throwing up. Maybe corona again, because she has headache and nausea like my wife has, so who knows. Shit hits the fan suddenly, but nonetheless, me and my son at least went out and built a snowman.
Nu vågnar den klara morgen. Til de